World-class performance from Arsenal Football Club today. From minute 1 till the end, we were absolutely dominant. We were the better side for the entirety of the game. We won the game 4-1 today. There was a Jorginho masterclass, and we're going to get into the brilliance of Jorginho today. There was a Kai Havertz masterclass. You can't even call it a masterclass. Just call it a regular game, because the man he left some on the table. He could have scored a hat trick if we're going to be honest. Bukayo, Saka, always leaving with something. Kai Havertz, Kiwior also got on the goal sheet, and we have to credit the set piece coach, because Gabriel Magalhães has been a set piece threat all season, and that set piece coach deserves an absolute raise. Arsenal Football Club this season have 20 goals from corners or set pieces in general so far, and that is all down to the likes of Nicholas Glover and Mikel Arteta for bringing him to Arsenal Football Club. Today was just an utter demolition job on Newcastle. They had nothing. And you know what? The best part about this game, Bruno Guimaraes tried to do that act tough guy. He was getting slapped around by all the Arsenal players for 90 minutes. Arsenal, Saturday night, under the lights, 8 p.m. kickoff. Everybody's tuned in to see something bad happen to Arsenal. But you know what? It's not that Arsenal anymore. It's not the Arsenal where you guys can tune in and see, hey, we're going to laugh today. Nah. You're going to see Arsenal slap 2 goals in the first half, slap 2 goals in the second half. And we did that for the last 4 games in the Premier League. Ridiculous stat, by the way. We're the first side to do this, to slap 4 goals in 4 successive games, to slap 2 goals in each half. Unheard of. Unheard of. Man City's never done that. The Invincibles never did that. Friggin' back in the days, Manchester United dominated. They didn't do that. Chelsea never did that. Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool never did that. No Premier League side has ever done this. And you guys have the disrespect to talk about Arsenal like we're some shit team. Yes, we lost to Porto. Big whoop. We've won 6 in a row in the Premier League. 6 in a row. The best goal difference in the Premier League. Chat to me now. Talk shit to me now. Show your face right now and be like, Arsenal. Some people talking about luck. What luck? What luck? When you're a good team, you create your luck. You go out there, you find ways to create chances. You find ways to get goals. You find ways to do something. And that's what we did today. I'm not saying it's we're back or anything like that. We never left. The game against Porto was a one-off. This today was an amazing performance. Why couldn't we do that against Porto? Maybe you should ask that question. Those are the questions we're going to have to ask in a couple of days. But right now, I'm absolutely buzzing, deservedly so. We're going to look at the stats. We're going to look at the figures. We're going to look at everything. But before we go any further, big up to everyone in the comment section. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out SofaScore, the title sponsor for Egal Talks Football. The link is in the description to download their app. And yeah, Gunnar Sulz, take it away, bro.
4 goals again. Yo, what? You know what? This Arteta, man, he's been cooking something since Dubai. Reserved in the first half of the season, and now he said, you know what? Unleash your creativity, unleash your freedom, unleash everything you want on these teams. We are putting these teams away for jokes. We're doing it in cruise control. I don't even think we played that well today. Like, in a sense of, we kind of let off the gas, and we still scored 2 in both halves. Yes, the first half we went full on. I'm not saying that, the first half and the second half we kind of sat back and said, you know what? We don't really need to do much now. And we still managed 2 goals. This is insanity, man. This needs to continue. This will continue. And like you said, I actually do think Porto's a one-off. Don't get it twisted. I was annoyed as hell that we conceded that goal. 0-0, I would have been okay with, but I think we should have gone there at least 1-0 and take it back to the Emirates. But when it comes to this game, man, the only thing that annoyed me, why couldn't we keep a clean sheet? I wanted that clean sheet so bad, but hey, shit happens. But you know what? I want some respect for Kai Havertz. A lot of people have been cooking me. A lot of people have been asking me where this Kai Havertz is coming from. Now he's got more goals than a lot of your favorite players. He's surpassing a lot of the players in terms of assists. He got, 1 goal, 1 assist today. Like, the guy is slowly getting there. A lot of people want to write him off because, he's from the Premier League, so he doesn't get a season. Nah, man, every player in my eyes gets a season to embed, and then we'll see what they're about. And Kai Havertz in his first season, being told to play in midfield, being told to play up top, no matter what the tasks at hand, the guy's delivering. He's doing what the manager's asking of him. And that's why he keeps playing. You know what? I'm so happy they gave Kiwior the goal. That guy deserves it. His form since he's come into the team, and Ben White's been doing the inverting. Have you seen how good our defense has been? Barely conceding any shots, barely any shots on target. I'm not saying that's all down to Kiwior, by the way, but I'm just saying he's part of that defense that's making this happen. This is sensational. We've had major injuries. Partey's been out, Jesus has been out, Zinchenko's been out. Obviously, Yuri and Timbers were yet to see what he can actually do. We know he's talented, but he's not been there. And you know one of the biggest misses? Tomiyasu. A lot of people don't actually talk about it, but Tomiyasu is meant to be the upgraded version of what Kiwior's doing, and we're still smacking teams for absolute fun. And we've not even got our best squad yet. And this is what this Arsenal team's producing. Arteta's finally getting it right. He's getting the formula right. And you know what? In the summer, whether we get a striker, whether we go and just bolster the squad, there is big things coming. And you know what? The success will come.
All right, we can't go any further without talking about the team lineup and how we set up today. But before we go any further, people in the comment section are chatting. So let's see some comments, right? We're going to look for some of the regulars. Egal, Arsenal outplayed Newcastle. Great football, absolutely. Welcome, Egal. Big up. Next Sheffield United away. Hey, bring them on! Bring on Sheffield United.
I want to beat the record. I want
25 goals in 6 games.
Do you know we're the second most goals scored team? I think Liverpool. Oh, we might be tied with Liverpool now. Actually, we've scored the most goals. We've got the best. Yeah, we've got the best goal difference in the league.
25 goals in 6 games for Arsenal. What the hell?
And you know we've conceded. I think it's like something like we've only conceded 5 shots on goal, or something like that in that as well. It's something we've got some ridiculous stats in the last 5 games. It's crazy.
What? We only conceded 5 shots?
Something like, yeah, it's ridiculous. No, shots on target. Like Newcastle is the first team to actually not have a shot on target. They didn't have a single shot in the first half. It's the first time that's happened to them.
5 shots on target in all 5 games.
Something ridiculous. It's low. It's a very low. It's something like 5 or 6 or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's like it's in the single figures. It is crazy, like how little we've conceded.
This is unbelievable. Mikel Arteta.
And actually, let me go find it. Let me go find the exact number.
All right, let's get straight into it though. We got so much. I didn't realize it was 25. Some save some cooking, bro. Yeah, we gotta save some of that cooking for the next match. 10 clean sheets this season. 10 clean sheets also. 10 clean sheets. Like, bro, do we realize some of the things that this team is doing right now? Do we realize how good Arsenal is right now? Do we realize how good we are playing right now? Do people realize how good Arsenal is? I don't think people realize it, Sulz. This is nuts.
This is the start. Arsenal have conceded 6 shots on target in their last 5 games.
6 shots. Mental. Absolutely out of this world.
And that makes, was it 18 goals from set? Was it 19 goals from set pieces now?
So you're telling me we face 1 shot per game on target?
Basically, yeah.
Unbelievable stats from Arsenal Football Club. Let's get into the SofaScore review on the game. First, we have to talk about the lineup, bro. When you seen the lineup, I seen Jorginho in the team. I was comfy. When I seen Jorginho in the team. I wasn't stressing at all. Jorginho, I believed in Jorginho. I'm one of the people who, when Jorginho got signed, I was against the signing originally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was against the signing originally, but boy, has he turned me around to the sense where, big pause, boy, has he turned around the belief that everyone has in him in the fan base, especially with me. I was one of the people saying, why did we go for Jorginho? We picked a cheaper choice, but what a signing he has been. When he plays, underrated. Today, absolute masterclass from Jorginho, and it has to be spoken about. Kai Havertz also playing up top. Kai Havertz played up top because they had the physicality of a Sven Botman and a Fabian Schär, and we couldn't play Trossard in this game up top. But Kai Havertz, boy, he left some on the table. He left some on the table. He could have easily scored more. And how come he didn't get an assist registered? Interesting. But yeah, talk to me, Sulz. What are you saying? What are you saying about the lineup when you seen the lineup?
No, I think it was perfect. I mean, I understand the reasons behind Kai Havertz over a Trossard in the game like this, but I thought Jorginho's involvement was needed. We needed to bring a bit more control. Newcastle are notoriously difficult to break down, so someone like a Jorginho who can hold it down but also break the lines as well is something that we needed in this game. Tempo control, possession, a bit of maturity in that midfield as well, and allowed Declan Rice to move forward and use his physicality going forward. And I think Arteta got it perfectly right. There was nothing in this lineup that I would have changed. I think Trossard coming off the bench makes more sense in a game like this. And you know what? Absolutely got it spot on. The way that we sort of phased the game as well. In the first half, we kind of went for it. We said, let's just go for it, get it done in the first sort of 25, 30 minutes, and then we can kind of just reserve ourselves a little bit. And that's what we did. I thought it was an absolute perfect lineup and a perfect strategy to begin the game with.
And we scored the first goal quite quickly. But before we get into the goals, can we just take a moment to appreciate Jorginho? Jorginho today, he had 108 touches, 102 passes, 91 passes completed. That's an 89% pass accuracy, of course, right? He had one key pass, which led to the second goal, if I'm not mistaken. Led to the second goal for Kai Havertz.
Yeah, it was his pass to Martinelli.
His pass to Martinelli that led to the goal. Also, sneaky, but his ground duels, he won 3 of them. Aerial duels, he won 1 of them. Lost possession 12 times, but that's irrelevant at this point because how much work he did on and off the ball for this Arsenal side. Now, you can just see by his heat map where he was. He was in the attacking third for the majority of the game. This guy deserves a lot of credit, and we're gonna come back to him and recycle back to him in a second. But next, can we talk about the set piece coach, bro? Can we talk about the set piece coach at Arsenal Football Club? Because the first goal goes in from Gabriel Magalhães, and I don't even want to take too much time to talk about Gabriel Magalhães. First person I want to talk about is this man right here, Nicholas Glover. Jover, however you pronounce his name, deserves a goddamn raise. My man has Arsenal Football Club with 20 goals from set pieces so far this season. 20. Souls, do you realize some people don't get 20 set piece goals over 2 seasons? Some people don't get 20 set piece goals in a single season in all competitions. This guy has us doing that after how many games? 26, 27? How many games have we played? Bro, he deserves the utmost respect. And I think at this moment in time, this is our secret weapon. It's one of our biggest strengths. People call it Stoke City, call it whatever you want. Is it a goal? It's a goal. Whatever means you need to score a goal, why not use it to your advantage? I remember Liverpool, the year they won the title, they spoke about how they had a throw-in coach, a coach who literally teaches them how to throw in the ball and get a better advantage. We have a guy who's literally teaching us how to friggin' strike a ball into a set to get a good set piece. He has Declan Rice, multiple assists now this season already, since 2024 when he's come on set pieces. He has 4 assists from corners. You have Gabriel Magalhães, one of the biggest set piece threats in the Premier League, and it's all down to this man. Kiwior getting a goal today also down to this man. We got to give the set piece coach and Mikel Arteta a lot of credit because they deserve it. And also Gabriel Magalhães deserves a lot of credit also because he is a huge part of our set piece threat. But yeah, talk to me, Souls.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant because Arteta loves his fine margins. He loves talking about, how he can take advantage of every phase of the play and every phase of attack and defend. And one of the biggest things that we've lacked in the history of Arsenal, let alone what's improved now, is the ability to take set pieces. Under Wenger, we didn't really do that well. We had a lot of short players. We weren't that physical. But Arteta's identified that, brought in the likes of Kai Havertz, brought in the likes of Gabriel. You can put Saliba in that conversation as well. Declan Rice, I know, is now taking the corners, but he's also someone who could be a physical presence in the box. So we're doing everything correct. And also, when you look at kind of where the players are positioned as well, Saka being an outside the box, when he's not the one taking the corners, Martinelli typically plays outside the box as well. You've got, your midfielders outside the box, someone who can actually take a long shot if that deflection comes. So he's doing everything perfectly right. And I feel like we are kind of varying our set pieces a little bit more than we have done in previous seasons. Sometimes we're taking them short, sometimes we're going long. But it seems to be we found the perfect formula that works for us, and not a lot of teams are able to combat. Now, Porto may have caused a few issues there because they did actually mitigate our biggest threat, which was set pieces, and they found a way to, kind of decrease the influence of set pieces for us. But at the same time, I feel like we're doing it correct. And Nico Jover, like you said, this guy's working wonders, absolute wonders. I've never seen, and I'll say this, and forget about I've never seen a team be so dominant with set pieces than Arsenal now, ever. And I'm talking like my time watching football.
Bro, never seen it so dominant in my life. And the confidence that this team gives us to watching them, amazing. We got CK saying,
when we get a corner, it's like a penalty.
Zini should be playing where Jorginho plays. I don't think Zinchenko is going to ever play in the midfield. I think he bought him specifically to play as that left back. 18 goals from set pieces this season. No, we actually have 20. We have 20 goals from set pieces.
Isn't it 19? Because it was 18 when Gabriel's goal went in.
It was 18 last week when we played against West. It was 18 when we played against West Ham, I think.
Okay.
We didn't score a set piece goal versus Burnley.
I don't know. I'm confused. I thought it was 19.
We didn't score a set piece goal versus Burnley, I don't think. Well done. Y'all cooking, I can't lie. You see, we're not Man City, bro. We don't make ourselves struggle the way you guys did this week. Just saying. It's kind of like roles reversed. Last year, we were the ones picking up 1-0s, 2-1s. This year, it's City picking up 1-0s, 1-0s, 1-0s. Arsenal are going smashing teams like 5-something. I think people need to start realizing that what we're doing is a little bit crazy. Like, yeah, could have had 11 clean sheets today. Yeah, man. Unfortunate we didn't get the clean sheet. You know what? Joe Willock scored the goal. So it's like an Arsenal guy scored the goal still. Even though he's playing for the other team, an Arsenal guy still scored the goal. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm not gonna claim it or anything like that. But I'm just gonna say. So we spoke about Jorginho a little bit. I felt like we didn't speak about him enough, so we're gonna talk about him later on again in a bit. But Jorginho is absolutely magical. Let's now give some credit to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, bro. Talk to me about Kai Havertz. He's played 26 games in the midfield this season. Kai Havertz has been immaculate, and I just need to show you guys some stuff quickly. I had a piece of cake before the game. I was ready for this game. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a cakewalk. But hey, let's go to this. So you got Kai Havertz, guys. Kai Havertz. Let's talk about Kai Havertz. He scores again, 60 million down the drain. He scores again. The man has done shifts in the midfield where he's been physical. He's come up top, and he's been outstanding up top. Also winning headers, helping us do so many different elements. He's playing as a striker one week, playing as a midfielder one week, and looking good in both positions. And today he could have easily had like a hat trick, bro. It's frustrating because he could have had a hat trick, but we played so well, and he played so well. He was close to being the second or third best player on the pitch for me. I don't know about you, but talk to me about Kai Havertz.
My client, Kai Havertz, man. I will defend this guy to the very end. This guy is an absolute baller. And a lot of, like I said at the beginning, a lot of people got onto me for backing the signing, for backing Kai Havertz, and actually saying there is something to the madness here. And Kai Havertz, like I said, is slowly cooking. He's coming good. He's making the games his. He's saying to people, this is my game. And I feel like this was partially the way there for him making his own game. And the reason why I say that is like when you look at the very beginning of the game when he kind of went in and barged Sven Botman off the ball, that was when he was making his presence known to those centre-backs. They knew they had a hard time after that. His physicality, his ability to win aerial duels, you can't bully him. The one thing is, even if he gets bullied, he goes again, and he goes again. Even after he missed that opportunity in the second half when in all fairness, he should have scored. He still kept going. He still demanded the ball. And you know, a lot of people kind of criticize him for being a negative footballer in terms of passing it back, passing it sideways. Did he do that today? No, he was forward thinking. He was driving with the ball. He was doing a lot of positive things. And there was a look. Have you also noticed his dribbling's getting better? He's getting a lot more confident. His striking's getting better. Yes, there are missed opportunities. I'm not sitting there and saying he's perfect or he's the final product or any of that. But you're starting to see why Arteta loves this guy, why he keeps playing him, why he gets favoured over many players. He wanted to bring Jorginho in, so he said Kai Havertz are going up top. He needs him in the 11. He wants him in the 11 because of what he can bring. He's different to anything else we have. He's not afraid of someone being more physical than him. He's not afraid of a challenge. You know, when you look at him against Man City earlier in the season in the Community Shield, who was the one being the physical duel? It was him. He was the one battling with Ruben Diaz. He's the one who was battling with the likes of Ben Botman. And that's what he brings. He's got no fear. He doesn't matter. Like, his confidence can be mad low, but he still wants the ball. He still wants to prove something. And that's what he's doing. I love every aspect of what Kai Havertz brings to Arsenal. That guy, I'm telling you, give the man time, and the guy is going to cook so much that all of you are going to be saying, you know what, we got it wrong.
I just want to tell some people, what do you want from Bukayo Saka? What do you genuinely want from Bukayo Saka? That is my question to everybody. Because Bukayo Saka, in the last 7 games, has 5 goals. In the last 5 games, has 7 goals. My apologies. In the last 7 games, in the last 5 games, has 7 goals.
It's 7 in 5.
7 in 5. 1 versus Newcastle, 2 versus Burnley, 2 versus West Ham, 1 versus Liverpool, 1 versus Nottingham Forest. He's getting the goals, right? Then you look at what he's doing performance-wise today. He's taking on his man. He's ripping him apart to score that goal. It was a beautiful goal by Bukayo Saka today. And then people still want to question, is he world-class? Is he this? Is he that? When asked about it today, live on BT Sports after the game, you know what he said? They asked him, so do you think you're world-class? He said, no comment. He knows he doesn't need to speak. He knows he doesn't need to speak. Just let his football speak on the pitch. His actions are louder than words. We've had the likes of Robert Perez wear the number 7 shirt. He has surpassed him with the number of goals in the Premier League with the number 7 shirt. Just goes to show you the level of quality this guy has. People take this as a joke. People take what Arsenal are doing as a joke. Saka is just taking his time and he's calculated. He's not one of these guys who are just up and down in form, yo-yo, purple patch players. The guy's an absolute stud. And people need to start putting respect on his goddamn name, because week in, week out, he's producing for Arsenal Football Club. And I'm talking about GA. Week in, week out, he's producing winners or assists or something to help us win. And then people start saying, oh, where was he against Porto? Coincidentally, the whole team was bad. We're going to look at the one player? Fair enough. I think people need to start putting some more respect on Bukayo Saka's name and just stop hating on the guy, because he's been doing it for how many years now? How many more years does he have to do this? You asked to do it in the Champions League. You know what? You'll see in the home leg versus Porto when he dunks on Porto's head top. You'll see. But for now, I guess maybe people are saying I'm overdoing it. Maybe people are saying I'm overdoing it. I really don't care what people say anymore about world class. What he's doing, if it's not considered world class, I don't mind if it's not world class. Because when it gets to when people finally wake up and smell the coffee, it will be by the time we've already lifted the Premier League trophy. Now, Kiwior. We got to talk about Kiwior. I know you got to go soon, so we're probably not going to do the player ratings with you. The final 2 takes are Kiwior, and then we're going to look at the Premier League table. Kiwior scored his goal. Kiwior was immense once again. Is it a situation where Jakub Kiwior is not going to lose his spot anymore? This spot is his. It's not getting taken away from him. What do you say to that, Sulz?
Well, I hope so, because he's not really put a foot wrong at the moment. I mean, the team's performing at a very high level, at a very high standard as well. You know, we're conceding less shots on target. We're conceding less shots overall. We're conceding less goals. I don't think there's a need to shoehorn Zinchenko back into the team. Ben White's doing a really well. He's doing a brilliant job in terms of overloading the midfield and coming in and playing as an inverted fullback. So I don't think it'd be right, in my opinion, to just take him out. So that's my opinion on it. I mean, obviously, Arteta knows better in terms of what Zinchenko can come in and do. But at the moment, I don't see the need of bringing in a Zinchenko when Kiwior's performing to such a level. I think he needs to earn his place back. And I think that's the culture we need to be bringing to Arsenal. You don't just come back and play. Like, for example, Trossard's been doing really well. Havertz has been doing really well. It doesn't mean Jesus just comes straight back in. I feel like these guys need to earn their spots back as well, because you can't be scoring, 25 goals in the last 7 games and then just displace that team. No, I think a lot of players need to earn their places. So that's just my opinion. I feel like there are games where Zinchenko is probably going to be better. Like, for example, the Porto return leg, we might need a Zinchenko in there with a Jorginho just to kind of solidify and make sure we can do what we're capable of. We may not need a Kiwior because defensively, they didn't really, I know they scored, but they didn't really do much for me to sit there and go, yes, he needs to come. Like, we need a Kiwior, we need a more solid defender. But again, we'll see. I think it's circumstances now. I feel like Kiwior deserves his place, but if Zinchenko comes back in, I understand.
Okay. Quickly. So just to end off the Premier the game stats. By the way, guys, they only left the game with 2 shots on target. Wow. 1 shot off target, 3 shots total, 18, 8 shots, 6 shots for Arsenal. We were absolutely amazing with the XG. We outperformed it by 2 goals, basically, by 1 goal and like a little bit, basically. And when it comes to the Premier League this season, let me show you guys this. Let me show you guys this right now. Can you see the Premier League table?
Yeah.
Arsenal goal difference. Where are we? 39 goal difference. Goals scored, 62 goals scored. We have more goals than Manchester City. Yes, we are 2 points behind Liverpool, 1 point behind City, but we're now even on games played. We are finally even on games played. So this whole thing where it's like, oh, Arsenal, City have a game in hand. Oh, Liverpool, they have goal difference. They're better than you. Guys, we're there and thereabouts. This is exactly where we want to be. This is the time of the year where this is where the title race really heats up. When you have Champions League, other competitions going about, and people can potentially be playing 2 times a week where their opponents are fully rested. That's where you see the difference in quality. Don't forget, this Newcastle team didn't have Champions League football this week. We just did that to them off the back of playing in the Champions League. Just saying. Sulz, talk to me.
We are cooking different this season. A lot of people, like including myself out there, I can hold my hands up and say I said this as well. We were crap at the beginning of the season. We weren't scoring goals. We were quite reserved. But to look at this table and say, do you know what, we're second most goals scored, and is it the least goals conceded, to have the best goal difference in the league at this point, especially with the way we started in terms of we were very slow. We were very kind of reserved, a lot more control, less goals, a lot of talk about we need a striker. Jesus saying good enough. All of those sort of conversations were happening. In January, we must get a striker, otherwise we ain't winning the league. And now all of a sudden the narrative's changed. 25 goals in the last sort of 7 games. Bukayo Saka getting 7 and 5. Martinelli popping up, Havertz popping up, Trossard popping up, Jorginho popping up, Rice is popping up, Gabriel scoring more goals than most of the strikers in the other teams. And look at it. We're literally, no one can slip up. You're not allowed to lose. You can't draw. This is how tough it's become. You draw or lose and you lose the league. That's how insane this league is. You know how mad that is? Like before, someone had like a 5-point difference. Someone had a game, a buffer. You can't lose. You can't draw. There is no dropping points. You have to be perfect, or all 3 of us have to screw up. That's how mad. Do you know how mad that sounds? Like we're coming to the business end of the season, and we're sitting here saying you can't lose a game. Nah, it's insanity, man. This is a title race for the ages. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the best title races, one of the best conclusions to a season I've seen in my lifetime. I'm going to be honest. This is going to give that, sort of United versus City when the QPR moment. This is what this is going to be. Last game of the season. That last day of the Premier League is going to be such a thrilling day. Just book it off. I'm telling you, if you work weekends or whenever that day is, just book it off. There is no need to go to work. That should be a national holiday because that's how insane that day is going to be.
Sulz fully hyping me up off the back of that. I don't think there's anything else that I need to say off the back of that. Keep Kiwior at left back, my guy says. He's 22. People forget that. 100% they forget that. Martinelli was good today. He got an assist for Havertz' goal. Martinelli doesn't get spoken about enough because, honestly, he has not stolen the headlines too much. He's a big game player, but today he didn't really, besides he got the assist, but you know what? People have such high standards for Martinelli.
Isn't that a positive, though? Like, look at how, he's still doing enough, but he can't take the headline.
People have such high standards for Martinelli that he doesn't get spoken about.
Yeah, but that's a positive. For me, that's a positive. It's like, for example, if people said Saka's had an okay game or he's not getting the headline, it's like, how insanely good must you be to not get the headlines for the performance that he had? Don't get it twisted. I think in the second half, I'll say yes, he dropped off. But the first half, I thought he was magnificent. Everything positive came from his side.
All right. Let's that's a good point. I never really thought about speaking about Martinelli today. Let's just do the player ratings quickly because I know you gotta go. Sulz, talk to me, bro. What are we giving? By the way, did you see the Bruno Guimaraes get bullied today?
Oh mate, they were all getting bullied. Sven Botman got bullied. Like, they needed to what was it? They brought Dan Burns on, but even he couldn't do anything.
Facts. What do you think of Paul Tierney trying to couldn't get out of the way for David Reyes? Try a quick pass.
Wait, which moment was that? Wait.
Paul Tierney basically stopped the counterattack.
Oh yeah. Now this game had too much drama. It was sick. I loved it.
All right, Raya. What are we giving him out of 10? We're gonna do player ratings. Let's do player.
You know what? He didn't have anything to do, but he did do like 7. I don't think he had enough to do.
You don't think he had enough to do?
No, because we didn't concede anything. Like, we didn't, I don't know. I might be harsh. I don't know. I might be being a little bit harsh on him.
Let me just put you up there, and then I'm gonna move this. That looks better. Okay. Sulz. Okay. First, Raya. What are we giving him out of 10? I'll give him a 6.
Oh yeah, 7.
Could he have done something for the goal? Not really.
No. It was a really good header. That's all I'll say.
7. Ben White.
Ooh, 7.
Ben White was solid. Give him a 7.
Yeah, he just did his. Yeah, he did his thing. I don't think he did anything outstanding, but nothing bad.
He could have scored a goal if he friggin' took his chance.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Saliba, not
solid. 7.5, 7.
7.
Yeah, I can live with that. Gabriel gets a bit more because of the goal.
Yeah, Gabriel.
7.5, 7, 8. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
8 for Gabriel Magalhães for getting
involved. Kiwior, lad, he gets like an 8, 8.5, man. That is solid. I love this guy. He's so good.
He was so good going forward. Everything defensively. Maybe really and truly should be an 8. 8.5 is a little bit too high.
Fair enough.
Solid over Jorginho 9.
9. Yeah.
Masterclass performance. Best player on the pitch. We really need to reevaluate how good that January transfer window has been. So Jorginho gets that. Declan Rice, just solid game overall. 7, 7.5. So, didn't really put a full.
Yeah, I think Jorginho takes the limelight for this one. Yeah, so 7.5.
7.5. Martin Odegaard, fantastic performance. 8.
Yeah, dictated the game.
He was the conductor. Yeah. No, if Jorginho was the conductor, he was like the lead. Like I don't know what the thing is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The guy who has sticks.
Yeah. All right, and then you got Saka. 8.
An 8. Yeah, 7.5, 8.
8. You know what? I'm willing to give him 8.5. Actually, you've been asking for a long time for him to take on his man and rip him. That's what he did today.
Oh, he
You've been
did
asking
do that.
for Bukayo Saka to be that
Fair enough,
forward-thinking guy. 8.5, really? I think 8.5. I think he
Yeah, go
literally
for it.
everything went through him.
Yeah, But he did his thing. Oh, Kai
Havertz gets
8
similar
and a
to
half.
Jorginho. I'll give him a 9.
Yeah,
Goal, assist, and was it an assist? Did it count as assist? I don't think
it
so.
was an assist, man. They will give it him. They have to. That was. I
9.
don't know what else is an assist.
9 overall. Absolute fantastic performance at multiple positions, by the way. Gabriel Martinelli, 7.
Yeah,
Didn't
it
really notice
wasn't his
him.
best game, but yeah, 7.
He got an assist. He got an assist, but a relatively quiet game overall.
Yeah.
So willing to give him a 7. Trossard, didn't realize how long he was on the pitch for. So 5. And it was nice to see Eddie and Nketiah get on the pitch. 5. Smith Rowe almost scored. Dan Burn, you absolute jerk. Cleared it off the lines.
You don't understand. I was like, oh, damn it, man.
Yeah. But I'll give him a 6. 5 actually. And then the reason why I'm giving these guys 5 is I just felt like they weren't on the pitch.
Yeah, there wasn't long enough either. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Elneny got on the pitch. My guy gets a 10. Love Elneny.
Yeah. Elneny's just a 10. It doesn't matter. He plays for a minute. He gets a 10.
He gets a 10 every time. And then Mikel Arteta gets a 10 out of 10 today. 10 out of 10.
Oh, wait, there's nothing more he could have done. I mean, the thing is, I know Newcastle have been poor this season, but we can't forget they are a good side. They're not rubbish, and we made them look rubbish. So, yeah, man, you know what? It's like good bounce back as well, because the one thing that we've always questioned as Arsenal fans is whether this team can go through adversity and come back. We didn't have to wait 3 games like we have done in previous season. This was 1 loss. We came back and we did our thing again. It wasn't a case of we got a scrappy 1-0 win just for a confidence boost, and now we took them to the cleaners.
If it comes down to goal difference also, we will be there. That's true. That's true. We're on pace to smash our Premier League goal record.
This season, this last game of the season, just book it off. It's going to be flipping sick. I can't wait, man.
Definitely need that last day of the season booked off. It's going to be a madness. Absolute madness. But yeah, Arsenal fans in every metric except where it matters. You know what? Liverpool fans keep giving us verbal over the fact that they're in first and we're in third, but we're playing the best. Even though we're third, we're playing the best football.
Yeah.
Arsenal might be in third, but we are genuinely playing the best football. Eventually, that is going to catch up to them. City's not playing the best football. Liverpool's not playing the best football. They're constantly finding themselves where they're just having to try to find a way to get the result, but they're not really playing the.
That reminds us of us, because that's what started to happen. We started drawing games. We started dropping points because we were struggling to beat teams, and especially the Man City game. I think Etihad's going to be a very, very vital game. A result minimum. Like, we need to get a draw. Just get out there with a draw.
Okay. I think somebody sent me something. Oh, you know, Superman, who loves Jorginho, on Twitter.
Superman.
You know, Superman. He loves Jorginho. He's always sending me Jorginho videos. I can't play it, unfortunately. But yeah, man, Jorginho deserves masterclass today. Man of the match, no debate, right? Hello?
100%. 100%.
Man of the match, no debate. Let's just go on to the Arsenal website, see what they have to say, because Sulz, you got to go soon. What are they saying on the Arsenal website? Arsenal report, they spoke about excellent start. We didn't speak about that. Excellent start, by the way. We started very fast. Kai Havertz scores again. 2 more in quick succession, and that was it. And then what else is there? That's it, really. So yeah, who's man of the match? And we're out of here, people. Who's your man of the match? Jorginho? No debate.
Oh, no debate. I mean, him or then it's like Kai Havertz. It's like Kai Havertz and then Jorginho, like right next to each other.
Fair enough. I'm out of here too, people. We'll catch you guys on the next video tomorrow, Vibes on the 6th, at 7:30, 7 o'clock-ish. We're going to be talking about the Carabao Cup final. We're going to be talking about this game. We're going to be talking about Man City. We're going to be talking about Manchester United losing. Love to see it. And now I just need Chelsea to lose also, and it'll be a great weekend. Iwobi dunking on their head top. It was a great time. But yeah, Sulz, It's always a lovely time to have you on the show. I appreciate it, brother. You have yourself a wonderful night. And everyone in the chat, love and love. Hopefully you guys have yourselves a wonderful day also. I'll catch you guys on the next show. Love this community. Love the fact that you guys are sticking around watching the videos after the game and hearing us speak about the game that we all love. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section after the game, after the video has finished. And if you watched up to this point, you're an absolute legend. Big up to all you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And I wish you guys all a beautiful weekend.